trying again. Sorry, you're going to be wobbly. It's going to be a mess. It's going to be a mess today, I'm just saying. I haven't got my mic in today, so you're also going to have to put up with awful sound quality. And it is what it is, because we're on our way out, and you're just going to have to put up with it. So I've got a Griffin. Q Griffin.
Hi.
Just can't get the staff. It's hot. She's hot. She's just got stung by a thistle. So her morning's going really well so far. It is currently 10:35 exactly, and we are heading off to today's little jaunt, an adventure to the Swindon Tattoo Convention,
I think it's
rather than the Bristol Tattoo Convention, officially called the Great Western Tattoo Convention, because it's being held at the Great Western Tattoo Club. So we need to do a little drive. Bit of a drive, takes about half an hour.
Yeah.
To get there, ish. Half an hour, 45 minutes.
Not that
Hour.
long.
Depends if I stop for coffee. We're heading there. No tattooing today, she says. Who knows? Who knows? But we're only going for the day. We could have gone for the weekend, but it's too much to deal with. I got flies in the van. I'm hot, so I'm going to shut up and just take you with us. And we're back. So I have managed to get my mic plugged in. Apologies for the fan. It is hot and I'm not doing a video without the fan on. It's just not happening. So I've got to stop doing that now. I've got to stop going so at the beginning of everything. We'll begin. We went to the same event last year. Last year is the first time that Swindon have done a tattoo convention that I'm aware of. I know that Oxford, Newbury, Reading, Bristol have all quite done one for many years. The Swindon one was new last year. It was run out of the Steam Railway and we thought we'd give it a go. We'd go and have a look. And I did a bit of a vlog last year. You may remember that's when I got my bat and my ladybird. And the same tattooist group were there again this year. They didn't recognise me, which is totally fine. They were busy. But friends of mine were there and they said that their artist from last year did remember them and gave them a big hug, which is lovely. However, I was due to get a tattoo. I hadn't pre-booked. It was a flash piece and it was a lunar moth. So it had the moth wings and then it has the two long tail pieces. Absolutely stunning design. And my aim was to get it, in that bit, in the gap. It would have fitted lovely. It would have been a really nice piece. And the girl booked me in and she said 2 o'clock, we're busy until then, but 2 o'clock, come back, we'll be ready. So I'm like, okay, thank you very much. Went off to get something to eat. The food, dark barbecue, is that what they were called? Really good. Their hot dog was lovely. Brioche bun, just a hot dog. It was really nice. So we got back. It was not a good omen when we went. So where the Steam Railway is next to the Swindon Designer Outlet Village. And we went, oh, well, we know there's cash points there. We'll go there, we'll get some cash. Save doing it on cards and messing about. They were shut. They were both out of order. Both cash points were out of order. No other way to get cash. So don't worry. I can give it to them PayPal, which is what I did in Bristol when I got my peony done. Not a problem. So we got back to the event about 25 to 2. They were busy. There was people there. And we said, we'll do a quick lap and we'll come back. And at about 1:45, because it wasn't very big, it was quite easy to just whiz round. About 1:45, he'd started somebody else. No, sorry, that was about 25 past 2. 25 to 2, he had another bloke come in, sit down, was getting a small piece done. I went, oh, by the time he's set up, 5 minutes, done it, cleared down, 20 minutes, he'll be probably ready for me. So we gave it 15 minutes and went back. I checked my watch and it was 13:53 when I pulled up my wheelchair outside the thing and there was nobody there. There was 2 people there, but they were on a different stall and lady was having an arm piece done and no sign of the 2 people that had been there. So I'm like, okay, well, we're a bit early, that's fine. They've probably gone to the toilet, gone to get a drink, gone to get something to eat. They're allowed, you know, it's fine. They said 2 o'clock, we're early. So we waited and waited and waited. And finally, at gone 20 past 2, they rock back up when literally was, yeah, sorry love, we've double booked you. I'm sorry, I was here early. I booked, there was nothing else in your diary and you said you were busy until 2 o'clock and you booked me in. And you went, yeah, well, we're busy. Can't do it. So, great customer service. It's really nice. Won't be go using them ever. And I know who you are. Won't be using you. Won't be getting good reviews either. The trading side of it wasn't very big either. Now, last time we went, the Griffin got a couple of jackets and I think you would have seen the Evil Eye Candy. If you've not seen last year's vlog, go and have a look and look at the difference. But there was probably, as you walked in, I mean, there was stalls all around last year. This year there was one stall that had quite a big corner piece, but they were coming outwards, so it was like just 2 tables. There was another 2 traders and one in the corner. There was this side, there was the entrance people and the charity that's been helping them. There was 3 stalls, one of which was the Flash Collective, and in the middle was one of the chaps who sponsors the event. His tattoo shop was advertised. There was another girl doing a few bits and pieces on next to him. Then there was a gap. Then the long table at the back was tattoo ink supplies and creams, and then a stall which had Evil Eye art again, and that was it. And speaking to some of them, apparently there was meant to be quite a few traders there who didn't turn up. There was people that had pulled out. There were some charity stalls that were meant to be there that never turned up. And the actual tattoo convention itself, it just had a weird vibe. There were a lot, when we got there, now last year, we got there for 10 o'clock, I'd booked for a piece at 10 o'clock, and there was just people everywhere. It was busy. I was worried about where I was going to leave my wheelchair. We couldn't leave my wheelchair, and Griffin had to stand by it. There was, you know, there was a lot going on. Not this year. There were a lot of empty stalls, as far as there was artwork on them, but not people. There was probably a good 10 to 15 stalls that had big pieces of artwork. And don't get me wrong, the chap who was having his back done, the guy who had the wasp on the bee on his leg, I filmed that. Absolutely amazing artwork going on big pieces. And there was a couple of tattooists that had like flash pieces, couple £100 a time, probably 4 by 3 inch pieces, so you know, that kind of size. Really, really good. But they seem to book up quite quickly, and the amount of time it would take to do that, they're probably only getting through maybe 10 till 8, 3 or 4 appointments in a day. All the others seem to have an air about them of, my mate bought a tattoo gun, would you like a tattoo done in your kitchen? Esque style tattoos. One lad was deliberately like that. His sign made me laugh. He's the one that has all the cardboard signs in the vlog. He went, oh, just do anything people want, really, I don't care. But I know him, I know who he is, I know what he does. He does do some great American traditional tattoos, and he does, as he terms it, a lot of shite. But he will just do what people want. If that's what they want, he'll do it. Whereas a lot of other tattoo artists are far more picky with their clientele. They will make sure that, you know, you've worked on it for quite a while, whereas he's just, yeah, rock up and I'll do whatever you want. And you need to have those tattoo artists, those with the qualifications, who can do your little quick win tattoos that you want done, your little gap fillers, without too much bother and forethought to them, that are able to do that kind of work. And he's known for doing that. There was a couple of Japanese artists there who were very, very good. But the flash that were on sale were either, there was two options, either quite expensive for what they were asking for. Now, Leo Barada that did this piece, this was a £200 piece. I would pay that for Leo. I've been watching Leo's work for a while. He is a great artist. He will be coming back and doing my peony, and it's healed really well. I've been keeping it out of the sun today. It's healed really well. These ones were very simple, not colour, just the line work, and they were asking for a couple £100 a piece. Now, I know tattooing, for good tattooing, it's expensive. hello, I have enough artwork to understand the cost that is on my body. I am aware of how many thousands I have spent over 25 years collecting this artwork. But there was also a lot of crap, you know, kind of like little itty bitty hearts and it was just not great. Last year there was a lot of artwork to look at. Those that didn't have flash pieces for sale had artwork about. They had a lot of like hoodies, beanies, that kind of thing, which I know don't always sell great in the summer, but people will buy them, and we did see a really nice one. But there just seemed to be a lot of gaps, spaces on tables. There wasn't a lot of artwork to be seen. Those that did have artwork, obviously they use the iPads, which is great, but there was no real books that you could look through. And comparing it, I think I've been spoilt by the Bristol Convention, because the Bristol Convention was amazing. You know, the artists that turned up there weren't all local, they were from all over the world, they were from all over the country. You know, you're talking like artists like Dan Gold was there, you know, you're not your run-of-the-mill convention tattooists. So I think I was a little bit spoilt by that one. But this one just had a vibe, and it was pretty empty. There was not a lot of footfall compared to last year when both days were rammed and they were turning people away. This year didn't seem to be doing that. Sunday they did have today they had a bit of a queue, but it was people who hadn't pre-booked tickets like we had, which is understandable. You let the pre-books in first, but we came out about an hour later and there was nobody waiting to queue, there was nobody waiting to get in. When we got there last year, there was 2 queues waiting to get in, those that had been in the day before so could just go straight in when the doors opened, and those that had to get their one-day passes scanned. And there must have been 100 people in the queue. This morning there was maybe 6. So yeah, there was not many people. Yeah, it was done on the same weekend, so it's not an event timing thing. It just didn't seem as good or as big as the one last year. Same venue, but last year just had a really good vibe around it. There was a lot of people, there was a lot of people getting tattooed, there was a lot of bookings going on, there was a lot of artists milling around, you know, there was competition bits going on, but you didn't get that this year. So I don't know what's happened. I've heard a couple of stories that one of the organisers has been a bit rude, but I didn't experience that, so I can't say. But I will show you what we bought. So I got 2 things. The first I bought from Evil Eye Art again. The guy that does these he's brilliant. So last year, if you remember, I bought the Griffin got the Jimi Hendrix and the Motorhead jacket, and I got the Edward Scissorhands and the Crow, the original Crow cushions, and I've decided to add to my collection this year with this one. Now, she is not quite as blue as she's showing up, but she's amazing, and this artwork takes weeks to draw. It's not something that's done with AI, it's not something that's printed, it's something that this guy sits in his garage, in his shed, in his painting shed, and draws and composes. And this is one of their goth ones that they do. So you've got Whitby in the background, and she's beautiful, and she matches my colour scheme. So Edward is in these sorts of colours and the Crow is in this sort of colour, so she sits nicely with those two, and she's beautiful. She was £25. She is on a velvety, it's not velvet but it feels like velvet, it's beautiful print, and it is the full thing that's printed. It's not just a piece on the front, it is the full thing, and it's not printed, it is fabric made up of the design. and I believe they're done in patches and then they're made into the cushions or the jackets, and the mum makes the cushion. Dad does the art, mum does the cushions, and the daughter does all the excuse me, all the jackets. So yeah, that is my cushion. She will be going downstairs with my others. And then, because if you know me, you know I am a coffee fiend, so I have my Amazon cup that is my dupe for the Stanley Cup, which constantly has cold fizzy water in it. And I like that one because my one I used to use, bear with, this one, it's a bit bubbly, I can't grip it very well. I do love it, but I can't grip it very well. So I bought that one because it has a handle. I have the black for my water and a green, a dark green for my coffee, so as I can tell them apart. Cold coffee in one, cold water in the other. But I wanted one for other drinks. So if I get a cold can of Diet Coke or Coke Zero out of the fridge at home, it gets warm very quickly, and I don't like warm cold. If it's a cold drink, give me a cold drink. So I wanted another one, but I didn't want to get white because white will get dirty very quickly. The dark blue was okay, but it's too close to the black, and I wanted to easily work out which was which. So when I'm at work and I've got my coffee one and my water one, I know what drink I'm picking up very quickly. And the navy blue one was too close to the black, and pink was not going to happen, despite my best friend trying to get me to get a baby pink one. It was not going to happen. So today I've ended up with this beauty, and this says Antisocial Society, and funnily enough I bought the matching hoodie at the Bristol convention. I just never showed it to you. So I do have the hoodie with this design, a little bit on the front and all across the back, from the Flash Collective. And this is again a Stanley Cup dupe. It is very well sewn now. So I have put my own straw. Sorry, Charlotte. I've put my own straw because the one that came with it was a little bit bent and a bit cracked, and I just want to make sure my drinks are germ free. Plus I'm very used to drinking out of this one from my Stanley dupe, so I've got that one. But they come with a nice clear straw. They have a hole which you can move about, which then goes to make it a sippy cup, and a handle, moulded handle, which is amazing. Very similar design to this one, just slightly wider. And I have been told that apparently if you take the lid off, which you were going to give it a go, not that I've got one here to try it with, if you take the lid off, that is big enough to put in a whole tub of Ben & Jerry's and keep it cold. I'll have to give it a go later. So yes, I have got my third cup for my other cold drinks. That will not be, you know, water. So cold Coke, lemonade, whatever I fancy of my sugar-free tipple of choice will be going into this one. Now, these are available from the Flash Collective. They do multiple options. I liked this one. They did have another one with a kind of tattooed cat face on it, and it said, what was it? Be savage, not average. That's the one. Be savage, not average. And they had that in a green print and a cream, like an old off-white. And they had like a tattoo version as well. But Antisocial Society is definitely me. So these are from the Flash Collective. They retail at £25 and they are rather fabulous, and I cannot wait to go downstairs and put a cold drink that isn't water in one of these and be able to sip it and keep it cold. I will be interested to see how cold this one stays against my Simple Modern mug. But if it's anything like it, we're looking at about 15 hours for a cold drink to stay cold, which is awesome. They don't have any markings on the bottom. They don't come with any instructions. I would say don't put it in a dishwasher, only because you don't want to lose the print. Just rinse it out, warm soapy water, you should be good to go. So if you would like one of these, go and hook up with the Flash Collective. I will link them below so as you can go and have a look. They do have lots of different designs of these. They only had 4 today. But yeah, I'm a lucky girl that got one of these. Cheesy grin. Cheesy grin. Right. And that's it. That's all I bought. I nearly bought a notebook, but I've got enough notebooks at the moment. I've got a grumpy cat, if that counts. What's the matter? No, she's stopped griping now. So yeah, it wasn't the best, wasn't the worst. It was a good convention. I hope next year will be a bit better. Hopefully the vibe will be back to where it was, and there will be more traders there, because there really wasn't many at all. If I do a quick count, there was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10 traders. That's not a lot, especially in the size of the room that's there. There was definitely empty space, and the marquee that was meant to be full of traders was empty. They actually made it a food seating court instead, which was quite nice. So I'm going to leave it there. I must get back on my filming schedule. I must. I have got a couple of weeks in the bag. But with everything else going on at the moment, I do need to start filming and get back and get a month's worth of content. But I can't do some of it until the weekend after next, when I'm going away for the weekend and heading off to do my secret collab, which I can't wait to bring to you. I'm so excited. It's going to be a good one. You're going to get 2 vlogs and some bits. Well, 2 vlogs, a video, a giveaway, and some advertising that you will see on Instagram, TikTok, hopefully, if it's any good, of yours truly with a photo shoot. And the Griffin is coming along to do some behind the scenes camera stuff, so you'll see all of it in the vlogs at the end of August. But what have we got coming? Should you have a quick look? What have we got coming up in my world of... Oh, I've done that one. Oh, we got 2 fashion ones coming up. Yeah, I really need to do those ones. I really should film that one tomorrow. And, oh yes, another collab. So there are some bits going on. I do have, if you are somebody who does their nails, who likes gels, doesn't necessarily like UV like myself, Sassy Saints, you will find a code below. Follow my link to get 10% off your order. And I've made a decision. So I was going to announce it separately. I'm going to announce it now. So on YouTube, you have to get 3,000 watch hours in a calendar year to get monetized. Once you've hit that, you get monetized, you get continually monetized. I'm not bothered about getting monetized, but in May I did say, when we were on holiday, I'd hit 500 watch hours, which for me was amazing. That was double any that I'd got previously. Today I'm on over 1,000. So, you know, 2.5 months later I'm on over 1,000, and it's amazing. So thank you to all of you. So what am I going to do? I'm going to aim for the 3,000 and get monetized. What are you doing? Sorry, she's trying to be the centre of attention and play with something. We're going to aim for 3,000, so please keep watching, giving it a like, giving it a subscribe, all those good bits. Give my videos a like, even if it's just in the background. If you've got 2 accounts, watch them twice. I'm joking. Make your family watch them. I'm joking. No, what I'm going to do is, because I work full-time and YouTube is a hobby, any money, so you can buy me a coffee down below if you want to. That will come to me. That's cool. Any money that I make off of the Sassy Saints below, which is the nail kit discount code, or any money that I make from YouTube, will not come to me. I'm going to donate the lot to a charity or a group or someone that I can find that helps people who have been in comas or something related to pancreatitis, because I know there's not many out there, and I know I struggled to find any help. So I don't know that there is a coma recovery charity that is not related to head trauma, because I found one called Headway, but they are only coma survivors from brain trauma and brain injury. As far as what I had and what went wrong with me, there's nothing. There's a charity called Guts UK that do support pancreatitis people, but I don't know. I haven't decided, and I've got a long while to think about it. But as soon as this channel starts making money, any money from my Sassy Saints is going to charity. Hand on heart, I will give you an update every time I donate of how much I've donated. So yeah, have I burnt my shoulder a little bit today? I hope not. No, it's just the lighting. So there you go. That's what I'm going to do. Any money I make from YouTube or Sassy Saints will be donated, because I think I don't need it as such. I mean, yes, it would be good, always good to have extra cash in your pocket, but I think what I'm going to make isn't going to be sufficient to live on ever. I don't want to be a full-time YouTuber, as I've explained previously. So I think I should do some good with any money I do make and donate it to people like myself who need some people around them, either post-coma or post-ICU. We'll do that instead. So there you go, you heard it here first. And if you hadn't forgotten, Flush Collective, £25, only from their site. Look them up on Instagram. That's the Flush Collective. I'm going now.